Hi, it's Crazy Monkey here again. I just want to say part 2 of this vlog. I got a little angry just a minute ago. I just want to say why I'm so pissed. All right, here's the reason why. When I was a child, when I was like 8 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, they had all these books in the library about space stations and colonies on Mars, and they said, we're going to have colony on Mars by year 2010, and we're going to have space stations in orbit in 2000, and we're going to have a mission to Mars and a mission to Jupiter and a mission to Saturn in 2020. And now here we are in 2018. Here we are in 2018. And where are the space stations? Where's the colony on Mars? Where's the space bases? Where is all of it? It's all a lie. It was all a lie. It didn't happen. No, instead, now they're telling us we're going to live in micro studio apartments, and it's just sick. Liberalism, socialism is just sick. It's so sick. It's just so sick. And it's like we were promised so much when I was a child. Growing up in the 1980s as a child, we were promised so much. They said there's going to be monorails everywhere by 2010. Monorails will go everywhere. They'll zip you around the city at 90 miles an hour or 60 miles an hour, and you'll go from point A in the big city to point B in the big city 5 miles away, and you'll get there in like 5 minutes. This is what they told us. They said you get on a monorail and you go 5 miles in the big city and you get there in 5 minutes. It would go like 60 miles an hour and get you there in 5 minutes. And now you've got these slow trains. You go to San Francisco, they got this Muni Railroad in San Francisco. They got this subway system in Manhattan. It is so fucking slow. I was in Manhattan a few years ago, y'all. I was in Manhattan a few years ago, and man, the subway system is so effing slow. I was going up to the Bronx Zoo. I was going up to the zoo because I wanted to see the gorillas, I wanted to see the monkeys in the zoo, I wanted to see all the animals in the zoo. And I got on the train at like Midtown Manhattan or Lower Manhattan, somewhere in that area, and man, I was on that fucking train for over an hour. It was like an hour or an hour and a half. I was on that train for like an hour to an hour and a half just to get to the zoo. And I'm like thinking to myself, this zoo's only like 15 miles away, if that. Maybe it's like 10 miles, maybe it's 15 miles. I'm like, that train should get there in like 20 or 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That subway train should get there in 20 or 30 minutes. And it took that fucking train like an hour and a half. And then I had to get back on that train to get to my flight, to get to my airplane flight at New York Airport. Which one is it? Kennedy Airport. I think it was Kennedy Airport. I had to get to my flight. I almost missed my flight because that train took like an hour and a half to get back to the airport. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. I mean, New York City is a city, like you go to Manhattan, all the condos, they got studios for like $1 million. They got the 1 bedrooms for $2 million. The prices are astronomical. And you can't build train systems that go like 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. You can't do that. You can't build a train to go from the airport to Manhattan like in 10 minutes. You can't build a train from Manhattan to the zoo in like 20 minutes, and then from the zoo to the airport in like 15, 20 minutes. You can't do that. It's pathetic. You liberal leftist communists are fucking pathetic. You're pathetic. Your whole entire system is to give all the wealth to the socialist elites at the top. These billionaire CEO, techie CEOs at the top. They're going to get like 100, 200 billion dollars in wealth. They're going to become extremely wealthy, and then everybody else becomes dirt poor. We become dirt poor, and then they tell us we should pay $1 million for the privilege of living in a commie 1-bedroom condo in Manhattan or San Francisco, where the trains go like 10 miles an hour. And all I can say to you fucking communists is, fuck you. Where are the monorails? Where are the space stations? Where are the mission to Mars that we were promised when we were children? All we get is you fucking communists trying to ban our guns. You fucking communists telling us the 10-mile-an-hour train is the best it can be. You people are sick. Fuck your $1 million commie condos and fuck your micro fucking studios.